Now on CoastTV News.
Beach replenishment in full effect here in Lewis, when the project is expected to be complete.
Shop till you drop, the message from local businesses this holiday season, plus tell us why you support them in our CoastTV poll. Federal plans to fight flooding on Delmarva, what's proposed on the peninsula. Route 9 reshaping, how housing and commercial projects might reshape the community.
It's clear for tonight and tomorrow morning, sunny, but there's a chilly catch to all these clear skies.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Donald Trump disqualified. One state Supreme Court makes a huge ruling, but there's still a lot yet to be determined. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis is on assignment. Welcome to our news at 11. New tonight, the Colorado State Supreme Court has just disqualified former President Donald Trump from Colorado's 2024 primary election ballot. The state's high court ruling stems from his actions surrounding the January 6th Capitol insurrection. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Good evening. In a bombshell ruling tonight, Colorado's Supreme Court deciding that former President Trump should not be allowed on the state's primary ballot in 2024 on constitutional grounds. The ruling states that Mr. Trump is disqualified from holding the office of president again because of his actions on January 6, 2021, citing the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, which says that no person can serve as an officer of the United States who engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the U.S. The decision reverses a lower court's ruling and is the first of its kind after similar challenges in other states have proven unsuccessful. Former President Trump campaigning tonight in Iowa. He has called efforts to keep him off the ballot nonsense and election interference.
They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you.
The Trump campaign calling the Colorado decision politically motivated and completely flawed, and promising to swiftly file an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. The decision is temporarily on hold to allow time for appeals. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
New tonight, the Army Corps of Engineers is working around the clock to replenish the beaches in the northern parts of Lewis. CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us why some have been looking forward to its completion.
It's construction equipment galore on the Roosevelt Inlet Beach. The Army Corps of Engineers is adding more than 100,000 cubic yards of sand to the beach.
It's important to have basically that sand profile in place to really reduce the risk of storm damage to infrastructure.
Stephen Richette with the Army Corps of Engineers says replenishment makes a big difference.
We monitor these beaches on a regular basis, and then basically when needed and when we have funding in place, it's important to renourish them to really absorb that impact from potential storms.
Richette says the way the inlet beach is being replenished is a bit different this time around. Instead of the normal method of driving sand in on trucks, the sand is coming from the ocean floor. Jim McKay lives right by the inlet and says he's been looking forward to seeing the final product.
Well, if you go down to the beach during high tide, there's really no place to walk. There's no place to sit and enjoy with your family. So it's much needed for those that come to visit Lewis, not only the residents, but also those from out of state that come to visit Lewis.
The Army Corps says the city of Lewis gets replenishment on a 6-year cycle. So it's about time the beaches in Lewis get a little bit of love. According to Richette, the project is expected to be complete sometime early in the new year. However, he did tell me that if the ocean and the weather cooperate, it could be done as soon as by the end of the month. I'm Charles Reinert in Lewis, CoastTV News.
And now let's take a live look outside into Rehoboth Beach to check on the weather there. I don't see anyone out and about on the boardwalk, but if you do head out, you're going to want to bundle up like you just saw Charles there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And yes, that chill in the air has gone from chill to cold to okay enough already. That's how it feels, actually. We have the cold front that's pushed through. That's helped to drop the temperature a bit for us. And the skies are starting to clear out a little bit as well. Now, as we zoom in a little bit tighter, keep in mind that what few clouds we have in place really not going to act as much of a blanket for us tonight. We're still going to drop. And then you add to that the fact that we have the small craft advisory that's active right now. We're talking about 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts along the shore. Now, not consistently, but enough to catch your attention and make it a little bit breezy along the coast. For our Boardwalk Plaza camera, we're holding at 35 degrees at this hour, dew point temperature of 23, and we anticipate dropping to freezing as early as 2 o'clock this morning, and then we'll continue to fall even below that. Now, we'll talk about just how cold will be and how cold will stay in your full forecast, but for right now, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need. I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. The Salisbury Zoo remains closed due to flooding. You can see how the visitor path's still underwater. Good news, though, the zoo says all the animals are okay. Crisfield has applied for a FEMA grant to stop flooding. The project would elevate roadways, add an internal drainage system, and create tide gates to keep tidal waters out of drains. Crisfield also working with the EPA to find natural ways to stop erosion. A portion of Glen Avenue in Salisbury closed Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's for Salisbury University's commencement ceremony. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf. The next large developments up for debate are along Route 9. The North Star mixed-use development is proposed between Route 9 and Beaver Dam Road across from the vineyards. Cool Spring Crossing is proposed about 2.5 miles away along Log Cabin Hill Road, Hudson Road, Route 9, and Cool Spring Road. The North Star mixed-use development and Cool Spring Crossing are both currently zoned as agricultural residential. If approved, new homes to live in and to rent could be built along Route 9. North Star Property LLC is proposing 758 single-family lots, 94 multifamily apartments, and 96,000 square feet of commercial space. That would require rezoning different portions of these 433 acres to be heavy commercial and medium density residential. Meanwhile, Cool Spring Crossing, which is a Carl M. Freeman Company's development, would bring 1,922 residential units to these 637 acres. The property would need to be rezoned to medium density residential in order to bring single family, multifamily, and townhomes along with commercial and institutional buildings. This developer is proposing to incorporate the Sussex County rental program. Some people are excited about new establishments potentially coming to the area, while others are just hoping they will be local businesses.
When you see new development, the worst thing I think is when you see these big national stores and companies move in and kind of take over what used to be a quaint community.
More the merrier. Let's just make it nice. Let's plan. Let's do it correctly. Make sure that traffic can come and go, and come on.
State planners will review both proposals starting tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning, online and in person at the Hazlitt Armory Building in Dover. New tonight, Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama has backed down a second time this month and allowed the Senate to unanimously confirm the 11 remaining military nominees. Senator Tuberville began a hold on votes on military nominees in February 2023 over his opposition to the Pentagon's policy of reimbursing service members who have to travel to get abortions. This is now the second round of confirmations. Senator Tuberville backed down earlier this month, releasing the bulk of his holds. Delays pushed back 450 confirmations by 10 months. And we're just getting started tonight. A volcano in Iceland erupts. Why a geologist says it may not be as disruptive as it appears.
And the chilly and cold conditions will dictate long sleeves, hat, and gloves. But listen, this is going to not be a one-day situation. We're looking for some encore appearances of this kind of cold this week.
First, clothing on display at a Rehoboth Beach store. Why shopping small is so important this holiday season. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks, and make the holidays bright with Ford. Now, get 0% financing for 60 months plus no payments for 90 days on most Ford SUVs. Only at your local Ford dealer.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Christmas is officially 6 days away, and if you still need to find the right gifts, well, shop local. Local store owners say small shops have unique items that you just can't find anywhere else. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber explains why businesses say this time of year is critical.
Carrie Pauley organizes items in the shop she owns in downtown Rehoboth Beach. With Christmas in less than a week, Pauley encourages everyone to visit stores rather than online shop for those last-minute gifts.
It's important to come in and shop small because you're supporting the local community, and Rehoboth cannot stay alive without customers coming in and shopping live with us.
Shopping small helps communities like downtown Rehoboth Beach, but it also gives customers the opportunity to find unique gifts.
Because that's one of the things that we strive for when we go to shows, to look for things that you're not going to find somewhere else, that when you go on vacation you'll be like, oh, that's different. Or if you're shopping, you live locally, that's not something you find online every day, or, you know, like I said, in the bigger stores.
Many employees, like Linda DeDominicus, say they find so much joy in taking the time to help customers find that perfect gift.
I've been doing this for a long time, so to me, it's all about, I love giving customer service, you know, and they love the attention. You know, it's just so personal. And you take time to pick out that gift that they're buying that person for. So it just makes a difference.
Linda says gone are the slow off-season days, and shoppers are coming in every day of the week.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what motivates you to shop at local businesses. Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier tonight. Looking at the screen, 58%, the majority say they're motivated just by wanting to support local businesses. 13% say it's convenient. 6% say they don't. 3% say the prices are maybe better, and 20% say that they can find all of those unique items that the store owners were talking about. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. We'll show you updated results later in the newscast.
As we begin to take a look at what we anticipate for the next couple of days, I want to encourage you to go ahead, pull out your phone, put it on camera, and scan the QR code right here in the corner of your screen. It's absolutely free access to our weather app. It doesn't matter if you're from here or not. If you're visiting, it works for you as well. It travels with you very nicely. You can find out what's going on around you hour by hour, free of charge. A radar, and you can even track a future radar on our app. That's how nifty it really is. So, we're very clear right now. We're also very chilly. Well, let's just drop chilly. We're cold, all right? For us, cold. Now, if you're from Alaska, it's a warm day, but we're not from Alaska. We're from the coast, okay? So there we have it. But what do we need to wear for tomorrow? Listen, bottom line is you're actually going to need some sunglasses. We're going to be that bright, that clear during the day. But don't let the sunshine fool you, because you're still going to need your winter coat, particularly if you're from here. If you're from Alaska, I guess you need a T-shirt. I don't know why I'm talking about Alaska. It's popping in my head. I can't help it. So, Wednesday morning, the winds are coming out of the northwest, and we're going to be 1 degree below freezing, 31 degrees. That qualifies as cold, at least in my book. 42 and sunshine for tomorrow afternoon, but still the winds are going to be cascading out of the northwest. So we're talking about a cold cutting breeze tapping into drier, cooler air. Not necessarily Arctic air, but cold enough and dry enough to catch your attention. Thursday morning, we wake up to temperatures 1 degree above freezing, about 33 degrees inland, about 39 along the coast. But then the winds will start pouring out of the north directly. So once again, not a comforting breeze accompanying the lower temperatures. And we'll have the temperatures climbing to about the lower 40s. Thursday evening, we'll have the wind shifting out of the northeast, and we'll fall quickly back into the 30s. Take a look at our expectations along the beach. We're looking at, for example, in Chincoteague, sunshine on Wednesday, partly cloudy skies and 50 degrees on Thursday and 48 degrees on Friday, just as an example. Here, let me show you another location. For example, in Fenwick Island, sunshine on Wednesday, 48 on Thursday as well, but a few more clouds later in the afternoon, and then scattered clouds on Friday and 46. We're going to be a little bit cooler than that in Lewis and Rehoboth, because by the time we get to Friday, we're at 43 degrees. Then I'm going to leapfrog past Christmas and go to next Tuesday, next Wednesday, because that's when we're expecting our next round of real rain to come visit us. It'll come knocking by early in the morning, late Tuesday going to early Wednesday, and bring some heavy downpours, but there should be just a one-day situation. Tonight, 26 degrees, clear skies, and clearly cold too. Tomorrow, plenty of sun, but an all-day chill, 44. By the way, this isn't a mistake. We're looking for 44 degrees 2 days in a row, okay? So it's going to be another sunny one and another chilly one too, with winds out of the north. By the way, a quick look at your night before Christmas forecast. Look for cloud cover throughout the evening hours, and then when the sun finally comes up, it's going to be sunny, by the way. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. Remember, winter officially starts on Thursday, by the way. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking warmer by the time we get to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and the first day of Kwanzaa.
Thank you, Paul. Still to come, molten lava erupting from the earth. This is what's happening right now in Iceland, and an entire town has been evacuated. And next, it's seal season. They're adorable and you can see them along our coast, but there are a few rules you should abide by out in the wild. We'll fill you in after the break.
It hardly ever snows in our house this time of year, which can be a big bummer. But I still check every day, just in case. My mom says never give up, because the holidays are full of miracles. And they are, especially with my mom.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
The Top 60 Sales Drive continues at Preston Ford. We're excited to announce that 0% financing is back. Get 0% financing for 60 months on select top-selling SUVs, including the 2023 Ford Escape, Bronco Sport, Explorer, and 2024 Ford Edge. Every vehicle purchase comes with a Preston for Life engine guarantee. Visit PrestonFord.com and explore our extensive inventory of Escapes, Edges, Explorers, Expeditions, and more. Join us at the Top 60 Sales Drive at Preston Ford. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
About 83% of homes have rodent activity. One of the most common signs is mouse droppings. Mice can leave up to 100 droppings every day. Don't mistake these droppings for chocolate sprinkles. What you don't see is more concerning. Mice also leave behind urine. A thorough inspection from a specialist is required to develop a treatment plan specific to your home.
Active Pest Solutions, your local pest experts.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Hi, it's Peter Guida, and on this episode of McQueen Classics, we're going to define what a classic car is. Any car 25 years or older, 1997 and below. So if it's languishing in your garage, we're going to come get it. We're going to turn it into cash. We're going to help you sell it. Seriously, we're going to come get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
It's officially seal season in Delaware. As these adorable visitors make their way to our shores, Mayor Institute is reminding people to admire them responsibly. According to the organization, Delaware's waters welcome 4 species of seals during winter. They're often spotted sunning on rocks, docks, and beaches. For their safety and yours, maintain a distance of at least 150 feet and keep dogs leashed. A volcano on Iceland's southern peninsula is erupting and providing the power of what lies below the earth. The eruption comes weeks after powerful earthquakes forced people from their homes. Emily Schmidt shows us the incredible images and what they mean for those who live near the eruption.
It's one thing to hear the rate of lava discharge was thought to be on a scale of hundreds of cubic meters per second in the first hours of Monday's volcanic eruption, as the Icelandic Meteorological Office, or IMO, said.
Kind of an old adage in volcanology circles that the only constant is change.
It's quite another to see a fissure opening stretching about 2.5 miles, the fourth and largest eruption in the area since 2021. The striking contrast between fire and snow, the intense glow visible from afar. Yet a geologist says this eruption may not be as disruptive as it appears.
They are very dramatic to see, But this volcano does not produce the big ash clouds like when Eyjafjallajökull in Iceland erupted in 2010.
The IMO says Tuesday the lava flow diminished to 1/4 its original size with no reported impact on air travel. But the gases are toxic, and there's a chance pollution could reach the capital of Reykjavik early Wednesday. The real disruption is in Grindavik, about 3 kilometers away from the eruption, evacuated as a precaution in November after a series of earthquakes.
Fortunately for the inhabitants of Grindavik, it's impossible to say how long this will last.
So far, the lava flow has spared the community.
If this activity goes on, then the big question is, will Grindavik be inhabitable in the long run?
Police say scientists will reassess the situation every hour, predicting it will take days to get as close to certainty as this eruption will allow. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
The government of Iceland says volcanoes are in its DNA. All roads to Grindavik remain closed except for people who are working with authorities in the danger zone. In entertainment news, Madonna shared more about her health during a recent concert in Brooklyn. The pop star revealed she was in a medically induced coma back in June, adding that some special friends were the ones who got her to the hospital and stayed by her side. The Vogue singer says she spent 48 hours in that coma. Madonna's friend and longtime manager announced in June that she was in the ICU after developing a serious bacterial infection. She was released from the hospital days later, recovering at home. Coming up in sports, a Bayside battle on the girls' basketball court. See who came out on top as Snow Hill faced Bennett. And next, STEM time at the Lewis Library, the program to get the scientific brain in your family engaged.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
This year, share all the love you have during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities and an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity, plus $5 for every routine service performed. Make the most of the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event and start changing lives in your community together with Gateway Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Not happy with your utility bill? Help save energy by replacing your outdated, inefficient windows. At Spicer Brothers, we install new replacement windows and new construction series windows, built for extreme weather and high energy efficiency. And quality installation is just as important as the window itself.
And you can have peace of mind on your new windows with the Spicer Brothers Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
And right now, buy 2 windows and get 1 free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Holiday scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery.
Must have left them in the car.
They're sure to make spirits bright.
From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
For the scientific-minded kid in your household, if you're looking for something for them to do after the holidays, the Lewis Library is hosting STEM Time in a presentation called Sylvan. Hooray for emergency responders. Kids will learn about weather-related dangers, plus how helicopters are a useful device for helping in these situations. It will be hosted Thursday, January 4th at 5 p.m., and registration is required. Don't forget to tune into Coast TV News for some Saturday football. It's the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at 4:30 p.m. Then we'll have your hyperlocal broadcast at 11 p.m. Saturday night.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. A Bayside showdown in girls basketball tonight between the Snow Hill Eagles and James M. Bennett Clippers. The Eagles going for their second straight win, and the Clippers hoping to snap a two-game losing streak. Bennett opens things up first at the Shipyard. Kayla Moore stretching the floor with the triple, starting things off on the right foot for the Clippers. On the other side, Marlon Milbourne crashing the glass and putting back two on the offensive rebound for Snow Hill. Then on the next play down the floor, Milbourne showing she's a two-way player with a huge block, getting it done on both sides, and Snow Hill defense leads to offense. The steal, then Marlon Milbourne dishes to Mara Milbourne as she knocks down the triple. Snow Hill ahead 11-2 in the opening quarter. On the J&B side, Jenna Stouffer right back to the hoop, gets the shooter's touch on the short jumper to bring the Clippers closer. But for the Eagles, Mara Milbourne relentless, right back to the bucket for two more, doing it all over the floor. In the second, J&B down 6. Moore picks up the pass and takes it in, finishes, and a foul. J&B trailing 17-13. On the Eagles offense, Snow Hill spreading the ball around, and Maggie Harris Blackburn knocks down the long two-pointer. Bennett only down 3 going into the fourth as Eden Emhoff hits a few shots late in the game. But Mara Milbourne would take over the game late down the stretch, and the Eagles go on to win 47-38. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
It's the time of year for family gatherings and get-togethers with friends. The holidays can be a hard time to turn down a drink. But as Mandy Gaither shows us, health experts say you can get through this season without alcohol.
This holiday season, the cocktails may flow, but that alcohol you can forgo.
Maybe it is because for your health, maybe it's for your relationships, maybe you're just curious about what it's like to enjoy yourself without alcohol. But rooting yourself and your reason for wanting to do this is the most important step.
After focusing on your why, Dr. Trent Hall with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says to have a plan for parties and other gatherings where there might be alcohol. Hall says to consider going out with an accountability partner or sober friend who can offer support. He says bringing your own treats can also help.
That can be in the form of a so-called mocktail, special kind of beverage that's tasty but non-alcoholic for you to enjoy. It could be some sort of snack. Can really be just whatever it is that you'll feel good about enjoying with others.
Finally, come up with an exit plan that includes how you'll leave a party if needed.
It's possible for you to get stuck somewhere where you're uncomfortable or where things are starting to feel out of control to you, and so would advise you to drive yourself to a holiday party or make sure also that your vehicle is parked where you'll be able to get out.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
For adults of legal drinking age who choose to drink, the CDC recommends limiting intake to 2 drinks or less a day for men and 1 drink or less a day for women. U.S. standard drink sizes include 5 ounces of wine or 12 ounces of beer. The Good Old Boy Foundation will hold a live nativity on the Georgetown Circle this Friday at 6:30 p.m. The event will include a reading of the Christmas story, live music, free hot chocolate, and cookies. Organizers will also be accepting donations of diapers and wipes for the Sussex Pregnancy Care Center. We love decorating for the holidays and seeing your homes. Take a look at your screen. We got this holiday house from Tom and Iris Fox of Frankfurt. Beautiful tree there, very cozy with the stockings hanging above the fireplace. Thanks so much for sharing. You can send your pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. The holiday season is here and our Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. Already we have collected more than $256,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help will be even larger. Here's a look at some people who have already donated. Christmas is less than a week away now, and there's still plenty of time to help all the kids on Delmarva get presents to open on Christmas morning. You can do that by donating to our Bless Our Children campaign. If you send us a card with your donation, we might even read yours on TV. This beautiful beach scenery, this card is from Jim and Halba Lovett of Rehoboth Beach. Very fitting card for Coast TV. Thank you so much for your card and your donation. If you would like to join our campaign, go to blessourchildren.org.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're gonna need a bigger tree.
Buy a Tacoma with special 3.99% financing for up to 72 months. Toyota, let's go places.
The Powerball jackpot is always a lot of money. Right now, it's a lot of money. Powerball is over $550 million.
That's a lot of money.
Please play responsibly.
Discover your future with Sussex Tech Adult Education. We offer registered apprenticeship and health profession programs and much more, which will prepare you for everything you need to succeed in your new career, providing hands-on experience with classes taught by professionals from every industry. Sussex Tech will assist our graduates in finding their new career opportunity. To learn more about how you can earn your professional credentials that can change your life, check out Sussex Tech Adult Education online.
Your future is waiting for you at Sussex Tech Adult Education.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City Outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro. We stay fresh.
Next Jeopardy!
Currently a professor on sabbatical. Now, did you take the sabbatical just to study for Jeopardy? Yeah, of course.
Wednesday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Buy a Camry, Corolla, RAV4, or Tundra and take $1,000 Toyota down payment cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Holly Jolly Trolley, we've told you before how you can follow along the Lewis Lights Tour with an interactive online map. Now, the Jolly Trolley is offering tours to take you to see the displays. Tickets are selling out fast, but sometimes slots are still available on Eventbrite.com. Organizers say hot chocolate and holiday cheer are included. Let's check back in on our Coast TV poll. We want to know what motivates you to shop at local businesses. Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier in the newscast. Looks like the majority here, 59%, are still saying support local businesses. 13% think they're convenient. 6% say they don't. 20% are going for those unique finds for the holiday season especially. And 2% say the prices. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app.
Well, you don't have to shop for this. This is just a free giveaway. Hey, our umbrella winner is Renee Compton of Mardella Springs, Maryland. Congratulations on your win. Here's a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Wednesday and Thursday, similar days, 44 degrees both days. Now, of course, the first official day or the start of winter will be on Thursday, going into Friday. Friday's the first full day, actually. And then Saturday, we get a little bit warmer. Then for Christmas Eve, we'll be warm to 54 degrees, which is going to be nice. And we'll stay at about 54 for Christmas Day. And then as we go into, let's say, Tuesday, the first day of Kwanzaa, we'll go up to 58 degrees and stay at 58 degrees till the rain arrives on Wednesday. Then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have a couple of days of rain before we drop off again back into the 40s.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you at home for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.